Kalamazoo woman by the name of Deborah Calley is losing her $160,000 home to the county of Kalamazoo, and that's located, of course, here in Michigan. Now, why would she be losing her home? Well, it's because of one missed tax payment. Yes, one missed tax payment. Miss Calley bought this home in 2010 in cash, by the way. She paid for it in cash after suffering a car accident. Now, in 2012, when she went to go pay her property taxes, she was told that she still owed money from 2011. Now, she was a little bit surprised, a little bit confused by that, because she hadn't received any of the notices of a late payment that they sent out. And this is according to court documents obtained by WITI. All but one of these notices weren't addressed to her, which would explain why she didn't get the notices. They were addressed to a bank. But wait, if she paid for her home in cash, why is a bank's name on the home? Interesting. Why is a bank involved? Well, they asked her, and she said, well, I've never been affiliated with any of those banks on these statements, ever. And the one notice that she did get was addressed to both her and the bank at the same time. So the rest of the notices that she was sent for this late payment were addressed to just the bank. But this one had both her name and the bank on it. Now, this bank was called Title Check. Now, she said, quote, I know for a fact that it went back to this company called Title Check because I have a receipt from the person at Title Check who signed it at their address in Kalamazoo. So this story, really fishy. But the real problem is the back taxes. Okay, so that's why this whole thing started. Some back taxes. She missed a payment, right? So surely the county would give her a chance to pay up, right? Oh, you probably guessed already where this is going. The county says that they will not accept payments. Yes, the county says, nope, you cannot pay this debt off. It's too late. We're already auctioning your house off. And, by the way, we'll be keeping all the money for it. Taking her home over one late tax payment and auctioning her home off and keeping all the money from it. In fact, from what we know, there is already a bid on it for $80,000. Remember, this is a $164,000 house. And there's already a bid up for about half of it, which she will not see any cent of, by the way. So before I throw it to Sean, I did a little digging, okay, and just to see how much she would have owed for that back tax payment that she had missed. Now, this woman is losing her $164,000 home, as I said, over a roughly $6,000 unpaid property tax bill from 2011. That's not including, fees and such, which I'm sure are substantial, but $6,000. She owed that home free and clear. She paid cash for it, and now it's gone. And the county of Kalamazoo is set to make at least $80,000 off of this home. They're cashing in, man. This is a windfall for them, and a huge loss for her. Sean, what do you think?
So my brain went a little haywire when I first saw this story. The first thing I thought of was this is kind of a weird eminent domain abuse case, because the county can put a lien on her house. They can garnish your wages if you owe back taxes. They have ways of getting $6,000 from you, but as they do in eminent domain cases, they say it's more advantageous for the state if they take your property and get more revenue from it in another way, and or in eminent domain cases, it's more tax revenue if they sell it to a bigger developer. In this case, it's for literally selling her home. So it's it's super, like, it's definitely wrong, and I definitely don't agree with it. But it brings up like an inherent conflict of interest that the state has, is that they have the authority to say we're not accepting payments, and at the same time stand to gain substantially from selling her home, like more than they would ever get from her. And like she basically, like we were talking about this earlier, she basically like paid the home in cash, so she had money. She wasn't one of these people who quote unquote defrauded the banks, because they're the ones who are suffering, out of a mortgage, and got into debt that she couldn't pay. She paid the home in cash. She's from what we could tell, an upstanding citizen, and she's basically being punished because there is no bank overlording over the house. Like, the bank wouldn't let the state steal this house from her, and she's being punished for not having that connection, and it's just wrong. Like, it's not right.
Yeah, and what's so weird about this, and I want to stress it, is why her notices were getting sent to banks when a bank had no mortgage over that house. There was nothing. She was free and clear. It's almost as if they wanted to punish her for not being part of that banking system, for not getting out a mortgage. It's just so, it's so strange. And I can't really wrap my head around how they would get involved in this thing.
My guess is that the property tax department, or whoever collects this revenue, is so used to sending out letters to the bank that they just do automatically send it out to the bank in order to get their money. And like, they didn't think that this newly sold house couldn't have been with a bank. That's why they send them to a bunch of local banks. But I don't know about you, Jeff. If I get a letter addressed to me saying that I owe money with my name and a bank or financial institution I'm not affiliated with it, I think that's like fraud or somebody trying to scam me. And there's a reason I wouldn't open it. So like, they don't have the one letter that she did get. It's not like she got 100 of them. The one letter that she did get could have easily been dismissed as a scam. Like, the government, like, what hopefully was just incompetent in informing her of the money that she owed. Like, worse off would be that they were like had sinister intentions. But regardless of the fact, they are being cruel and they are being sinister now. And so whatever started this, the incompetence, the sinisterness, is irrelevant. Like, they did the wrong thing in getting her money. She owes the money. She's willing to pay it, and they're doing the wrong thing right now by taking her house.